Leading things off from March the 19th through April the 16th, our first guest will hold a women's circle for curious caregivers. Watch out. It's going to be every Tuesday. Joining us with all the details, we have life coach and trainer Alison Reynoso. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
You've been here before?
I've never been here before.
First time?
First time, very excited.
What do we do to first timers? Anybody's looking up, because there's a few first timers over there too. Well, welcome to the show. We want to make you feel nice and comfortable.
Thank you.
Tell us about some of the things that you're doing in our community.
Definitely. I'm a life coach. I'm a woman. I'm a human. I'm a mother. I'm a life coach, and I'm really here to empower women more than anything else. This particular circle is for caregivers who are curious about
Curious
expanding.
Caregivers.
Curious
Yeah.
Caregivers.
All
Well,
right.
I decided to call it a women's circle for curious caregiver for a reason. And as a caregiver myself, I learned that the way to go is to truly connect to yourself and to remember who you are, remember the essence of who you are so that you can tap into that.
Yeah, and if you're curious about it, you want to find out more about it, huh?
It takes curiosity. It also takes the willingness to be open. It takes willingness to look within and to really take a closer look at your relationship with yourself. I strongly believe that your relationship with yourself, it really determines how you interact with other people, especially as a caregiver.
Yeah, so you can't begin, the saying goes, you can't begin to take care of anybody else until you can first begin to take care of yourself.
Well, ideally, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But how many of us are actually in a caregiving situation and we kind of forget what we want, what we need, and even what our goals are because the focus becomes the other person. So,
And what excited you about doing work like this?
oh, wow. I've been a caregiver for over 10 years. My man has sickle cell. And as you know, it's a lifelong
Very painful.
illness, very
Yeah,
painful. So I learned that it wasn't really enough to just be there and worry about him. I really needed to look within and find a way so that I could be good for him, but also good for myself. I also have a 6-year-old boy, and that it brings a different challenge, a different.
He has the trait, the sickle cell trait?
Oh, no. He does have the trait. He doesn't have the illness.
He doesn't have that.
Thank God he doesn't. So adding one more member to the family, as you can imagine, really got me to thinking, what's there?
Well, boys will
what
be
else
boys,
is
so
there?
you have to deal with
Yeah.
that aspect of it.
And really going within and finding that essence for myself and joining that. But when I talk about essence, I talk about your higher self, your inner self. Some people call it God, some people call it universe. It's
Yeah.
really going within.
Oh, okay, well, when you talk about going within, what do you mean?
By going within, I mean finding ways to love yourself more. One of the exercises that I practice, it's all about practice too, because you may have an understanding, but it really takes practice in order for you to get the results that you need, the results that you want. So one of the practices that I use daily is what I call mirror work, mirror play.
work.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it's basically looking at yourself in the mirror, really, really looking
Who am
into your
I?
eyes. Who am I? And also, do I really love myself? I love myself. I'm willing to take a look.
Yeah, inner works are pretty powerful. It's going within, talking to yourself. People say, oh, he's talking to himself or she's talking to herself. But, sometimes you see somebody talking on the phone, you don't know they have an earpiece. But you think they're talking to them. But no, the inner works are very, very powerful.
It's extremely important.
A lot of things come to you through inner works, dreams, dream therapy, and those things. So you decided to become a life coach.
I decided to become a life coach. I've been in public health for a really, really long time. And I decided that in order for me to, it's really my passion. It's so important to have a purpose.
Yes.
And I found that being a public health administrator is great. And I have worked for many years with end of life. And even working in end of life by itself.
You deal with death and dying?
Death and dying. In a management perspective, but even in management, I get to work with people who are seeing patients. So even having that kind of experience has given me a new look into what life is all about.
So you're bringing women together.
This particular group is to bring women together to really, for them to take a closer look at their relationship to themselves first, to take a closer look at their relationship to their inner beings again, and to really bridge that gap. And in coaching, it's all about where you are and what you want. And my role is to really bridge that gap so that women, in this case, women are able to come up with ideas, to look inside of the box,
Yeah.
to be willing to truly step out of their comfort zone. Because
Yeah.
that's really where you grow.
Perfect. So in order to know where you're going, you got to know where you've been, know where you are,
Exactly.
to know where you're going.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So you've been doing this for some time now.
I've been doing life coaching for 3 years.
Uh-huh.
And it's really a transformative experience. It really is. The coaching relationship is more of a partnership.
Yes.
Instead of me being the expert and my clients being, for me, it's not about telling you what to do. It's
Yeah.
really a partnership where the client, it's really the expert.
What do you tell people about shifting perceptions?
Oh, shifting perception. I begin by really having them experience and know who they really are. Just the fact that they are breathing is a gift. So coming from that perspective, that breathing, your lungs, your body, the ability to speak is a gift.
You get into breath work also?
Yes,
Oh,
of
look at
course.
you.
Just coming from that perspective, it really changes your life. It changes who you are, but it also changes the way you interact with other people.
All right.
You become more tolerant and less judgmental.
One last
honestly.
thing. Where can we reach you for more information for people who want to get involved in what you're doing? Or
Definitely, it's easy. It's just visit www.freshaircoach.com, and air is AER.
gotcha.
Those are my initials.
Say it again.
Freshaircoach.com.
Hey, I used to work for the Fresh Air Fund when I was a kid,
Oh.
14, 15, 16, in Queensbridge projects.
Oh, yeah.
But thank you
right.
for coming and
Thank
sharing
you.
that great information,
Thank
okay?
you so much.
Give it to me one more time. Where can we find you?
Freshaircoach.com.
All right, Alison E. Reynoso, life coach trainer, Accomplishment Coaching. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with more next.